Okay, I think it's fair to say we all know that hockey romances are absolutely superior. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome. If you're sticking around, then thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm just going to go into some of my favourite hockey romance recommendations and a couple that are on my TBR. So let's get into it. Okay, so first up we have Collide. Now, this is such a cute, wholesome book. I literally just finished it. It was adorable. I rated it 4.5. Now, she hates hockey players, absolutely despises them. Her dad's a famous hockey player and he just wasn't really there for her, so she's got a bit of trauma with that. And then she has to do her paper in college about a hockey player, which she's absolutely fuming about, and ends up having to do it on the captain of the hockey team. Now, the only reason he has to do it is because he got in trouble and this is his punishment. Now, he didn't actually do anything wrong. He was in trouble for protecting his teammates because they did something wrong. So it shows the type of person he is really and how adorable it is. They are so cute. There was about a point throughout where I was like, is she even interested in him? Like, she's given off the vibes that she just is not interested at all. So I was like, why is he still trying? But then the more it got on, the more I realised they are just so cute together and they really do like each other. She was just too scared to admit it, basically. But yeah, it was so cute, adorable. I think you should really read this one. I'm really excited to read Spiral at some point. And the sprayed edges are just so cute. I'm obsessed with them. And my Spiral actually matches. So this one is also on my TBR. This one is Eli from the team. He's just adorable just from what you see of him. And yeah, she's a ballerina and it's all like fake dating, which I love. So I'm quite excited for this one. Yeah, I really recommend this series. It was so cute and I kept putting it off because I was worried it wasn't going to be that good. I don't know why. I just kept saying in my head, this doesn't look good. It's not going to be like all the other ones, but actually it was adorable and I really recommend them. Okay, so next up is the Off Campus series. Now, I love these all so much. They're all so cute. They're such easy books to read. If you ever just need a book to read in a day, this is a perfect one to go through. I think I literally started this in the morning one day and finished it by the afternoon because it's just such an easy book to read. The only one I didn't really get along with was Sabrina's book, which I think is The Goal. Now, that's only because, one, I didn't like her in the first few books. Whenever she was brought up, I just thought she seems like a horrible person. She did redeem herself, but then her trope was accidental pregnancy, and that's just not a trope I enjoy. I just really struggled to get into it. Some writers can write it really well. I only really like the books if they skip the pregnancy and then it happens afterwards. I love it when they do that, but when it's you read through the whole pregnancy, I really struggle with that, especially the spicy scenes. I cannot deal with a spicy scene when someone is pregnant. It just feels wrong. And yeah, I just really struggled to get into it. But that being said, I do love all the other books and I did still enjoy it, just not as much as the others. The other ones are like top tier for me. That one was just an average book, in my opinion. You may really enjoy it, but that one just wasn't it for me. But the rest of the series is such a good series. Again, quick and easy to read. This one is Hannah and Gara, and she is tutoring him because his GPA is getting quite low, and then he's teaching her in return to how to get her crush because she's just not very good at that kind of things. Then they obviously fall in love, so it's just a perfect little romance book. My favourite one is John Logan's book. I think that's either the second or the third one, I can't remember, but these guys are just so adorable. They're just such little golden retrievers, and yeah, it's just a perfect book. I can't wait for it to come out in TV show because I can't wait to see the guys come to life and the whole found family in this book. It's just adorable, and yeah, I just can't wait. Okay, next up, you knew it was coming. It's Icebreaker. I love the whole Maple Hill series. It's so cute. My favourite one is Daydream. I love Henry so much. He is adorable and I will not have any slander on him. I know that was a very love-hate relationship with that book for some people. The second I read this book, as soon as I met Henry, I was like, I need this book, I need it now. And I read it as soon as it came out and it was perfect. It was a top tier book for me. I just love it so much. I think I've actually got like 4 copies of the same book because it was just that good. And I even bought a jumper that says Daydream on it. I just adore it so much. It's so good. And don't be fooled by the cover. I know there's a lot of controversy around this, from how cute the cover is versus how spicy it is on the inside. Now, it is a spicy book. This was one of the first books that I read that had a bit of spice in it, and I was blushing. It's just such a good story. The whole series is amazing. I love Wildfire as well. I even have a special edition of Icebreaker up there. It's just so good. Really recommend. This was my first hockey romance and it did not disappoint. It got me into all the others and I really recommend starting off here because it's so good. Okay, so next up we have Mile High. Now the rest of the Windy City series, they are actually more basketball and baseball, but this one is hockey and they do all relate somehow, like between the main characters. But this is Xander's and Stevie, and Stevie is the team's air hostess. She's always on the flights and it's very much forbidden romance between the two of these people. Her brother is also a famous basketball player, which you meet in the second one, The Right Move, and you'll love that one, trust me. But yeah, it's very much forbidden romance. They're not allowed to be together, no fraternising with the team, but they obviously fall in love and it's just so cute. I love it so much. I also love the body positivity in this. It really does go into that and how body shaming is a thing, which I love as a curvier woman myself. I do love things like that. Also like volunteers at a doggy centre, which I love it when dogs are around. They're just my favourite things ever. I get so excited when dogs appear in things. And my dog sat there staring at me like, what about me, bitch? But yeah, it's just so good. I really recommend it. You will love it. The whole series, it just gets, every single book gets better and better. So even though this is such an amazing book, the others are better because they just, the more you read, the better they get. And they're just amazing. And I just love them so much. Okay. Last but not least, it is the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. Now, I don't know what this woman puts in her books. It's like crack. The second you start reading, you cannot stop. It's all I thought about the whole time I was reading them. And the way I cried in every single one of these books, the found family, they just had me sobbing every time. I don't know why. It's just the amount of love they have for each other is just perfect. All the men are like golden retrievers. All the girls are just so supportive of one another and they care so much that as soon as you're in a relationship with one of these players, you are a part of the family and they will call you family straight away. They will do anything to support you and it's just so perfect. I love it so much. If you love hockey romances and you haven't read this series, what are you doing? It's so good. You need to just go pick it up right now. Go to the fucking shop, buy it, read it. I will die on this hill that this is the best book ever and just the best series ever, that you just have to read it. Like, I can't express how perfect these books are. He's NHL's biggest playboy. She is a PE teacher. She meets him because her best friend is also dating one of the players and their book's coming soon. They're like the two people that start it off, but it's just so perfect. She hates him and then she doesn't want to spend any time with him, but then he's just like the biggest golden retriever you have ever met. Throughout this whole series, he's probably one of the biggest characters and you can never hate him. He's just such a big giant goofball, and eventually when he has children, I know that's a bit of a spoiler, but not really because it's a happy romance, what do you expect? But when he has children, he is the biggest dad you have ever met and it's just so perfect. And I love Hank and there's so many dogs involved and it's just such a happy romance that whenever you cry, it's because you're crying because you just love them so much. And just read it now, it's just so good. Okay, so they were all of my hockey romance recs. Now I also went book shopping today and I just wanted to do a quick haul. I know it's quite irrelevant, especially because none of these are actually hockey romances, but I just thought it'd be fun to add on to the end. So first of all, I got The Crash by Frida McFadden. Now I'm really upset this doesn't have sprayed edges because I went into the works hoping that they would have them because they just look so cool and they really match like the colour of the book, and I was just really excited for that. So really disappointed, but the book itself sounds quite good. Now I've heard mixed reviews. Some people have loved it, some people have said she's just copied Misery, but I haven't seen the film or read the book, so I might actually really enjoy this, who knows. Next up, if you watched my March TBR video, you'll see this was actually on there. It is Red Queen. Now, I'm very new to the whole fantasy era, so I'm quite excited for this one. I think it'd be a good one to just get my head into fantasy. But yeah, I think the cover's actually beautiful and I was really happy when I saw this in Waterstones. And then by the same author, I also got Inheritance Game and The Naturals. Now, I mainly got this one because Nicole's currently reading it and she said that she's actually enjoying it so far. And it seems to be everywhere at the moment. Everyone's talking about these books. I didn't actually realise they were by the same author, which I don't know how I didn't realise that, considering it literally says it on the cover. But yeah, they both sound quite good. Not my usual genre, but quite intrigued to see where I'm going to go with these ones. Next we have We Were Liars. Now, I've seen this book a lot. I've seen the name, seen the cover, but I can't remember what the reviews were, whether they were good or bad or not. I can't remember, so I'm really hoping this is good because, I mean, it's a short book. It'll be a quick one to read. I know Megan's read it, but she said she read it such a long time ago that she can't really remember what happens, but she does remember enjoying it. It does say it was also reviewed by John Green, which he was one of my favourite authors growing up. So yeah, I do have some quite high hopes for this one. I'm hoping it's good. Fingers crossed. Last but not least, I had to obviously get Wild Side. I'm so excited for this one. I'm so excited for Reese and Tabby. I also got a cute little bookmark. It says, "Pettiness is my love language," which yes it is. Everyone that's read this has given it such high reviews. Everyone said how amazing it is, and I mean, it only came out the other day and loads of people have already finished it, so I just know it's going to be good. It's written by Elsie Silver. It's going to be amazing, and I love her single dads, and I'm just so excited for this one. I really can't wait. And I also accidentally matched it with the green today, so quite excited. Okay, if you've stuck around, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any of your thoughts on these books and any other videos you'd want to see. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow my Instagram and my TikTok. I'll put the handles on the screen, and have a good day.